Good evening, guys. How are we all doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. This is our Bitcoin evening wrap. So if you guys wouldn't mind smashing that like button, and we will go straight over to those charts. So yeah, Bitcoin on the 4 hour here. Yeah, as you can see, we have reached this this next level of resistance around this. Well, but we sort of got up here before 10,500, and then got pretty swiftly rejected. And then yeah, we consolidated below it, and then we have now taken out that high and actually holding up at these highs, which is particularly good. I say that is particularly good, but going out, well, it's not, but I said but sounds like this is a bad thing. But if we go over to stock markets have gone absolutely nuts. So I say but in the respect the fact that, I mean, realistically, we could have expected even more from Bitcoin here to even get us up towards the 12k. I mean, I guess the only thing we have really got to consider is the fact that we have had a big move all this way of nearly $1,000. So yeah, I mean, maybe it's just getting a bit extended. So obviously stock market's having this big candle, this big 4 hour pump up here. Yeah, it did get Bitcoin up to this level again, but it's struggling to keep dragging it higher. With obviously the size of the move that we've had so far. Obviously stock's not having that problem at all. And it's like Bitcoin just heard me, didn't it? It's like it just heard me say, wait a minute, this is not really a good move compared to what stocks have done. So then it decides, so I'll show you Trading with Dan. I will add some better gains. But anyway, yeah, it's a bit of a burst up there anyway. But yeah, I mean, this is kind of what I'm thinking based on where stocks are. If stocks are going to hold up here, trade sideways and continue upwards and not come crashing down, which I don't expect them to come crashing down, then Bitcoin is gonna basically get back up towards 12k at least, and then start knocking on the door of 12k, expecting to go higher, because this is an incredible move and this is an important move in the context of what it is telling us about just potential stimulus coming, risk markets, the appetite for risk in the markets, and all that good stuff. So that is going to feed through to some bigger moves in Bitcoin if that carries on in regular markets, and then also you'll notice altcoins not necessarily having the biggest moves. Some are starting to react now because we are in the golden zone, but what they're kind of really looking for is Bitcoin to find a solid footing up here, have a back test to somewhere, form support at that back test, or basically that back test be proven as support, and then continue upwards, and then we will have our footing in this region confirmed, and then I think that's when the money starts flooding into alts. We start to trade sideways, well, either here, either down here, or even above 12k. But yeah, I mean, these stocks are clearly telling us that they are clearly telling us a story. They are telling us a story. Over to the DXY, as you can see, it had this little pump on the 4 hour 9 that it had here. This candle was obviously a 9 pump up, and then yes, very swiftly rejected. Again, I mean, we had this horizontal drawn in, and it was a point we were looking at potentially testing, potentially being held up at a little bit. And yeah, it looks like we're not holding any longer. So we've got this next level, which isn't actually very far from where we are. And then it is basically, well, we have got some other levels. We'll extend this along here. We have got this level too, because I think we will basically just sort of stair step our way down, bouncing off these levels, and that will literally be euphoria for gold, silver, and Bitcoin, and a little bit of stocks, but stocks are okay, doing their own thing anyway. They're okay with obviously with the options buyers. Buying all those calls and squeezing them up, but yeah, I mean, this is clearly looking bearish. This was a nice little fake out above, a little slingshot reversal pattern, and yeah, lots of people getting incredibly bearish of everything. I was saying the chances are increasing as we're going up here of basically very bearish things happening. Obviously we had that happening and oil getting whacked, and yeah, both of those did manage to turn their way around, as in this turn back down, and oil started to look better, even though it's had a bit of a weak day today. It's still around that 40 level that I was talking about. But yeah, things are definitely looking better. Over to BTC.D, as you can see, it's not really moving a lot. It's not really moving a lot, and would we expect this to make a move? Yep, and if, like I said, for me, it is based on, we have actually lost his trend line, by the way. For me, the move in this will likely come once Bitcoin fully and formally proves itself in this level by testing a level at some point as support, and then rallying back off it. So yeah, I mean, I know we had this pullback initially today, but it wasn't really a pullback to any particular region. We didn't sort of like come down here, consolidate, start to turn back up, and then move back up. It was just a wick down, so it doesn't really count. This is basically all realistically one straight upwards movement. So far as price action is concerned, there has been no real pullbacks. So I mean, are we going to go all the way to 12k, pull back, and then actually form one of these levels as support? That would actually be perfect, and to form a base up this high, I think the altcoins would have absolute moonshots, especially because some of them are pretty depressed at the moment. So yeah, lots of good things potential to happen here, and like I said, realistic, we can still always come down to around 11,000. I'll extend this, but I think this is too important. But it could be, because we have had this consolidation here, so if we do come back and backtest this particular level and then move back up, that will not be too bad either. But yeah, all in all, guys, things are looking very good. We'll have a quick look at gold, silver, Ethereum, and the Nasdaq. Not in that order, because we'll do Nasdaq first. As you can see, we pretty much had the line drawn here, didn't we? If we break above here, then we're just basically expecting to come to all-time highs and beyond. And that is what is looking like is in the process of happening. So not much else we really need to look on that. Gold and silver. Here's the gold. Yeah, I mean, gold flagging out a little bit. I mean, you notice the dollar's not made a massive move down, any massive moves today. Why is that line so wonky? Straighten up a little bit. I do not understand how these lines, there always seems to be something that's not straight, and it's like I think, how have I not noticed that before? But yeah, gold is pretty much coming to back test this horizontal now, and yeah, find support here, move back up, it will be back off to the races with gold. I mean, silver, whether you wanted to draw a sort of line around here, I don't really know whether you'd want to, but either way, flagging out, looking like it's well, it wants to test somewhere of support. I mean, it could, like I say, you could actually have a level drawn in here, and then argue that is getting tested, but I'm not too sure on that. But either way, if gold keeps going up, silver keep going up, dollar keeps going down, silver keep going up. That's just how these things roll. Euro USD. Back in, well, again into its golden zone. It came and back tested the level, and then got supported. So yeah, I mean, realistically, just trade sideways a bit longer before playing higher up into this range. Ethereum, look at Ethereum USD go. Look at it go, guys. Look at it go. We're gonna have a 4 handle, a 400 handle on this asset anytime soon. Potentially, the way it is looking, we could do. I mean, that's basically this level back above 400. Back above 400, I think people will start FOMOing into Ethereum again. How is the BTC pairing looking? Yeah, nice move up. Textbook bear flag. As soon as you break that trend line, onwards and upwards. And yeah, this is obviously looking very constructive. Totally nullified this trend line. We're only really looking at horizontals, I guess, now. Potentially at a horizontal of sorts right here, right now. As the song goes, right here, right now. But yeah, yeah, I mean, yeah, testing that level. But yeah, I don't think we're gonna get held up here. I think we are gonna make more progress. What else? Have a quick whiz at Tesla. How is Tesla doing? Yeah, not doing as well as the major markets. I know it's up 2%. But the Nasdaq is up 3. But yeah, you can see we have got well, you could probably draw this, you could probably look at this horizontal. I mean, we were looking more like a trend line which we broke, but I mean, do we want to say this is looking like an ascending triangle? We could do we could call this an ascending triangle. We put in these highs here. But yeah, like I said though, it is not performing as well as the Nasdaq on the whole, as you can clearly see. Yeah, something for us to think about. If you're a Tesla investor, maybe you should just get into Bitcoin now. When Bitcoin, when altcoins, when Uniswap. But yeah, we'll have to see what happens with that. We'll have a look through our stochasticos. I know, but we know they're going to be pretty cooked. Yeah, yeah, nice. Actually, this is a nice pullback in the 4 hour to say that we are now obviously at this high, because that means the 4 hour is not cooked and can easily get back up there and hold up there. So that is not too bad to see, actually. 10 hour, well, don't think 10 hours spent a lot of time much higher than this. So 10 hour is definitely getting a bit cooked. 12 hour is turning down but turning back up again and holding up there. Daily getting pretty high as well. 2 day, I mean, but the higher time frames, 2 day got time to run, 3 day got time to run, 5 day got time to get going. Weekly turning back up now. Obviously bi-weekly can stay up there, month looking good. So I mean, based on that, what I would guess, if I had to guess, point a gun to my head and say, tell me what's going to happen, your most likely scenario would be that we will pop up to either this, well, 10, 8, 10, 9, even potentially 12k region. That will be our final push up. We'll then probably get a wick up there, and then we'll come down. We'll probably have to play out some downside. I don't 100% know if to 11.5 will hold us. We'll just play some probably sideways to down, maybe even have some real savage moves down towards 11k. But that's what I would say. I mean, realistically, my most likely scenario would be would pump up, and this is not necessarily the most likely one to happen. Just out of all the scenarios, the one I probably pick, yeah, pump up, either enter this region, come back down. I mean, then get to 11k, and then I'll have to see real time what happens. Are we going to potentially lose 11.5k, or do we bounce there and turn back up? The alternative is that basically we still just play sideways here with this around 11,300 as a base. That would be that wouldn't be bad at all for price action. That in fact would be very bullish if you could do that. Hold at this high level for a prolonged period again after having these 4As to the upside, and they eventually would get a big move up. So, but yeah, stochastics are sort of telling us the trend is up. Short term, obviously that did sort of turn up, cooled off a bit and gave us this move up, and then the medium time frames, the 10, the 12s, the dailies are looking like we can cool off this. And but like we spent a lot of time in this region up last time. We came all the way to 12k, came back down to 11, 12k, 11, 12k, 11, 12k, 11 and more. So we can very much trade between this 12 and 11k region for a prolonged period now, and that'd just be perfectly normal, really, perfectly normal. Yeah, I mean, the party will be in the altcoins if that is the case. So yeah, that is it, guys. That is it for this video. Hope that was informative and helpful for you guys. So yeah, remember, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always DYOR, do your own research, and I will speak to you guys in the morning.